Hi, everybody. Good evening. And a quick confirmation you all can hear me, see me, as well as see the PPT, right? So, everybody, last few days left. Simple. How's the Josh? What's the preparation like? How's everything? Good evening. Okay, great. So, we'll start with the session. Great. So, these were all the sessions. We have something DILR coming up tomorrow where I'm going to do some DILR strategy and a couple of sets. Okay, so I thought that we'll do some important or slightly difficult concepts ka revision a little bit. So I kept some blank sites. So very frankly, no point getting stressed out now, or this. See, right now what I'm doing with you is like a revision, something which from here, if something similar comes, it will be recall value. Otherwise, very frankly, whatever you've done up till now, you just trust whatever you've done, all the mocks which you've taken, whatever scores you've got. Just start thinking of like writing like a one more mock. That's it. If you think too deeply into it, it will always be an issue. So don't do that and just relax and uh, take the next 2 3 days. Take it very very relaxed. Okay. Okay. So let's do some concept revision, like concept which students tend to forget. Like for example, if I talk about area of triangle. Now, obviously, everybody knows the regular formula for area of triangle. Area of triangle is half base into height, or even Heron's formula, people know. But do you all remember the area of triangle when we have the in radius involved? So, area of triangle is in radius into semi perimeter. Now, I've always maintained this that this formula is more useful when you want to find actually the in radius. So, in a question, if in radius is given or in radius is asked, related something is there, only then this formula is asked. Same way, when there is circumradius, then area is ABC upon 4 times capital R. Okay. So these are the two formulas which I would say I would wanted to revise from area of the triangle. What else? Let's talk about a few other concepts which students tend to miss out. One would be cosine rule. I understand that a lot of non-engineers don't want to revise this formula, but cosine rule is a good formula to know. So, say if you have a triangle where you have to find cos of angle A, then the formula is b square plus c square minus a square upon 2bc. Now, this formula, look at the formula and think a little bit. Okay, I have all three sides involved and I have one angle involved. So, you have to think that if you have one angle involved and you have the missing side A, suppose, then you can use this formula. Or if you have all three sides involved and you want to find angle A, then you can use the formula. Cosine rule के ऊपर there have been a couple of questions asked in CAT over the last few years. So this is one more thing I would want you to go through it. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about something else. Basic stuff. Midpoint theorem in similarity. Suppose if I have triangle ABC and this line is joining the midpoints, then what do we know? Obviously, the line is parallel, that we know, but we also know that DE will be parallel to BC, as well as DE will be half of BC, right? Can you draw ABC? Take any triangle. Suppose a triangle ले लिया ABC. So if this is capital A, this is small a. This is capital B, this is small b. This is capital C, this is small c. Then this becomes the formula. Okay. One common mistake which a lot of students make is here. Pay attention to the next property. That suppose if I have a triangle where this side is 5 and this side is say 15, and A, B, C is there. This is D, E. This is not midpoint now. They've not told midpoint. And they've told you AD is say 7. How much is DB? How much is DB? Now in this case, lot of people make mistake. Very silly mistake, and these are the mistakes which you want to avoid. Now, we can understand very clearly that the triangles are similar. In this case, 7 upon x is not 5 upon 15. Remember, 7 upon x is not 5 upon 15. 7 upon 7 plus x is 5 upon 15. Or 7 upon AB full is 5 upon 15. So this is 1/3. So 21 is 7 plus x and x is 14. This is a very silly mistake which students tend to make. So you should always remember this property well. Okay, next I would want to revise would be maybe Apollonius theorem. याद है? If you have any random triangle and say AD is a median, what is Apollonius theorem? It will be AB square plus AC square is 2 times AD square plus DC square. I've taken the 2 common. Obviously, instead of DC, you can also write BD. So that's Apollonius theorem. Okay. So one more property from triangles which I revised, Apollonius theorem. Next property which I would love to revise. I'm just going through randomly and thinking what properties the students would like to revise. सर्कल में से डिफिकल्ट प्रॉपर्टीज में से और अच्छे प्रॉपर्टीज में से I'll take a question only. Suppose radius is 7 and this angle is say 30 degrees. What is the area of the shaded portion? It will become like a property, but area of a shaded portion. Okay, so what would that come out to be? This is OAB. So obviously area of the shaded portion is area of the sector minus area of triangle. What would be the formula for area of sector? Theta, which is in this case 30 upon 360, theta upon 360 into pi into r square. So this will be 1 by 12, 7, 7 cut, 2 6 2 11 right? And that will be 49 into 11 upon 6. We are not getting into exact calculation. We want to understand the approach. Area of sector to theek hai. What about area of triangle in this case? Area of triangle in this particular case, the best way to use would be half AB sine theta. So half into 7 into 7 into sine 30. Sine 30 we should know is how much? Half. Sine 30 is half. So we'll get 49 upon 4. And therefore answer will be this minus this. Calculation nahi kar rahe abhi hum. Okay. So that was just revision of that part. What else? What about inscribe angle theorem and tangent secant theorem and alternate segment theorem? Three theorems. Let's see. इनफैक्ट एक ही प्रॉपर्टी से तीनों थ्योरम रिवाइज हो जाएंगे एक ही डायग्राम से. Let's put some labels A, B, C, D. There is X over here, suppose. Okay. Let's understand the properties. This angle ADC, angle ADC will be half of the measure of the arc AXC. Angle ADC will be half of measure arc AXC by inscribed angle theorem. And angle BAC, that is this angle, will also be half of the same arc AXC but by tangent secant theorem. Okay, therefore these two angles will be equal, and if these two angles are equal, that becomes the alternate. Therefore angle ADC is equal to angle BAC, that becomes the alternate segment theorem. Okay. So that's a one more important thing which I think you can do. So that's a nice property. What else can we really do? Okay, one or two more properties. Suppose if I have a circle over here and there are two chords which are extended till outside the circle. Say this is PAB and PCD. Regular polygons, hexagon, octagon पे आता हूं मैं. I'll come to that. We are still at circles. Wait. So what are the different properties you can have in this diagram? Only look at the diagram and think इसमें क्या properties याद है. So one property will be PA into PB will be PC into PD. PA into PB is equal to PC into PD when chords meet out. This property most of the students know. One property which most of the students miss out is the angle ka property. Measure angle P is half of the difference of the two arcs it intercepts. So if you look very carefully, it intercepts two arcs. This is BYD and AXC. So it will be half of BYD minus AXC. Right? Everybody got that? So this property, I have at least noticed people don't remember so well. Just tell me in the chat whether you all remembered it or not. If you remembered it, I'm very happy. So jaldi waiting in the chat, huh? Oh no, Sarvesh, bad. Oh, Tejaswani Singh seeing this for the first time. A very nice property, a very good property. In fact, it's so easy to prove also, you know. Eh, We have some time today. Why don't we prove this? It will be nice, a little bit fun also. Light learning, nothing very heavy. I'll explain the proof. Join AD. Okay, join AD. मैं property prove कर रहा हूँ राधिका. Where is the question of a question? Small sum. Let's take this angle and this angle. Obviously, they are not alternate. They means they are alternate angles, but they are not equal. Right? Let's take these two angles. Let's talk about angle BAD. Come on, you all tell me. BAD is half of which arc? BAD is half of which arc? BAD will be half of arc BYD. And ADC, which you can also call as ADP. You want to call it ADP, ADC or ADP, same hai, is half of arc AXC. Same property, right? Now, let's look at the exterior angle theorem of a triangle. Everybody, very basic first theorem of triangle, exterior angle theorem. There is only one triangle in the diagram. So take that triangle, uska exterior angle theorem सोचते हैं ये triangle का APD का. So if I take the exterior angle theorem, this angle BAD is the exterior angle theorem. So BAD is the exterior angle, will be equal to ADP plus APD, which I am calling as angle P. Now, this is the angle we were trying to prove. So BAD minus ADP becomes angle P. Everybody clear till here? And then BAD minus ADP will become how much? These two arcs only, and the property is proved. Everybody clear with the proof of the property? Okay, now what if I had the same question with the arcs inside? Sorry, not arcs. I mean the two chords intersecting inside. If this was P, this was A, B, C, D. Pay attention. Same property works so well. Pay attention. Same property, PA into PB is equal to PC into PD. One is that, right? And I will also get that other property, angle P. Whether it is this angle or this angle, same angle, vertically opposite angle. Hai. Measure angle P this time will be half of arc BYD plus arc AXC. Measure angle P will be half of arc BYD plus measure arc AXC. So it worked for inside also. And as somebody was pointing out earlier, it will work in case of one tangent and one secant also. Both the properties. Huh? Suppose this is P. Sorry, this is P. This is C. This is A and B. Same property will work third time also. PC square this time. It will be PC square. PC into PC is equal to PA into PB. And the angle ka property also works. This angle is half of the bigger arc minus the smaller arc. So angle P will be half of arc whatever BYC minus AXC. Are we clear, everybody? It's okay if you have not done it before and you feel that you don't want to do it at the last moment. It's okay. You can always, if a question comes, you can always get it through inscribed angle theorem also. Okay, let's go ahead. What about relation? What about the any polygon ka regular formulas? What are the formulas for any polygon ka regular formulas? Sum of all angles, regular, huh? Regular polygon. Sum of all angles, 180 into n minus 2. Sum of all angles is 180 into n minus 2. And measure of each angle, 180 into n minus 2 upon n, or 180 minus 360 upon n, because the measure of the exterior angle, is 360 upon n. Measure of each interior angle if you want. Right? Are we clear? What else? Basic trigonometry rules. Which a hexagon before that. Suppose if I have a regular hexagon, what are the important things we need in a regular hexagon? A, B, C, D, E, F is a regular hexagon. How many diagonals does a hexagon have? Number of diagonals a hexagon has? Anybody? How do you go about this? There are two formulas. You can do NC2 minus N. or you can do n into n minus 3 upon 2. This is the more logical formula that basically if I join A with all the different possibilities, and so there are n C2 lines using permutation combination, out of which n of them are sides of the hexagon, so the remaining all are diagonals, or the derived formula n into n minus 3 upon 2. Now this can be used for any polygon, pentagon, hexagon, anything. Okay. What is the important part about a hexagon? That when I join all these center lines, they all pass through a common line. Basically, if I join the center to all the vertices, they form straight lines basically, and these are nothing but 6 equilateral triangles. Each of this is a small equilateral triangle with the same side as the side of the hexagon. So therefore, we get area of hexagon is 6 multiplied by root 3 upon 4 into side square. What are you saying? Why n, sir? I didn't get that part. Why minus n? Because NC2 will be the total number of lines, which will include the sides also. We wanted only diagonal, so therefore minus n. Area of hexagon is 6 into root 3 upon 4 into side square. You can cut it and you can write it also. Sorry, 3 root 3 upon 2 into side square. What other things do you find important in hexagon? In hexagon, if I had to draw the circumcircle, if I have to draw the circumcircle of a hexagon, what will it be? What will the radius be? You can see in the diagram only. This side, OA, OB, OC, all of them are radius only. So can I say for the circumcircle, radius is equal to side of hexagon, right? So many problems. One thing is very simple. Whenever you see hexagon, you should think of 30, 60, 90 theorem. 99% of the time 30, 60, 90 theorem का usage आएगा if you are using hexagon and circle. Okay. And what about the in radius? In radius will be the height of the hexagon. So if I had to draw in circle, it would have come from here. You'll have to excuse my diagram skills. They're not very good. Okay. So in radius, small r, will be height of the hexagon. Sorry, height of the triangle. So it will be root 3 upon 2 into side. Okay. One additional property which is used a lot in hexagon is what to do if you have, when you reach this stage. In a hexagon, if you reach one small triangle, we all should know that this is a 30, 30, 120 triangle. Now, either you can by heart this as a property. Suppose if this was 2 and 2, what is AB? What is AB? You can say, okay, let me drop a perpendicular and make two 30, 60, 90 triangles, which is not a big deal, which I used to do for years. I would never learn extra formulas. Somebody told me learn 30, 30, 120. I said, why? I know 30, 60, 90. So let me just remember that. So side opposite to 60, root 3 upon 2 into 2. So this was root 3. This will also be root 3. So my AB ka length becomes 2 root 3, which if you want, you can by heart a 30, 30, 120 triangle side opposite to 120 degrees is root 3 times the side opposite to 30 degrees. Right? Apollonius, I already explained, Priyanshu. I think you're late. 2 root 2? Prathamesh, I think you're wrong. 2 root 3, Prathamesh. Yeah. Okay. No problem. What else? What else can we do? Again, just thinking aloud and trying to recollect, is there any special property which mass point theorem somebody's been asking? I would not really work on that. Waste of time, according to me. Don't do that. You don't expect a question in CAT on that. Very rare chance. Medians. प्लीज मीडियंस पे कैट पे बहुत क्वेश्चन आया है इवन विथ ट्राइंगल एंड वी हैव ऑलरेडी फिनिश दैट बट मीडियंस पे ट्राइंगल में कैट में बहुत क्वेश्चन है so if you have a triangle all three medians parts pass to the same point this point will be called G. What does the centroid do? Centroid divides the median in the ratio 2:1, which means A, I will talk only about one median, obviously it will be valid for all three medians. AG to GD will be 2:1. It divides in the ratio 2:1. Therefore, AG I can say is 2/3 of AD. AG is 2/3 of AD. What else can you understand from here? One, again, an important property is when you draw all the three medians, you get six triangles. What can you say about these six triangles? I can see six triangles. Let's call them triangle number 1, triangle number 2, triangle number 3, triangle number 4, triangle number 5, and triangle number 6. What can you say about these six triangles? No, Priyanshu. Anybody? They will all have equal areas. They will all have, all these six triangles will have equal areas. Couple of questions around this have been asked earlier in CAT, somewhere around the length of the medians. One very common, दो बार CAT में आया है ये last 4-5 years में. I think I had that question today anyway, so I'll discuss it. If not, then I will take it towards the end. When the medians are perpendicular to each other. Somebody asked me, is the perpendicular bisector, does it have to pass through the opposite vertex? No. Let's take this as the example. A perpendicular bisector is something which is perpendicular and bisects the side. So it doesn't have to pass through. It might pass through is a different reason. This is the perpendicular bisector. It might pass through is a different part, but right now it is not passing through. It will pass through in case of an equilateral triangle on all three sides and an isosceles triangle on one side. Okay. So triangles, circles, most of the property done. Okay. Very straightforward thing, but still people miss out. Right angle triangle के triplets. From all my CAT years का experience, 75 to 80% of the questions are made with keeping 3, 4, 5 in mind. Keeping 3, 4, 5 in mind. That means either the sides are 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, whatever, 9, 12, 15, and so on. Obviously, you should know the other triplets also. So 3, 4, 5 is one triplet, 5, 12, 13 is another triplet, 7, 24, 25, 9, 40, 41, 11, 60, 61, and so on. More are not needed. Okay. Then your formulas, you need to know your formulas from mensuration well. 2D formulas, I still assume people know. Area of square, area of trapezium, all those things people know more or less. 3D formulas, Okay, I'll talk about that also, Chad Jain. Chad is saying, so can you please give some last minute tips for cat? Like, what's the best thing we should do right now? Okay, we'll talk about that also. We'll come to that. So, I was talking about formulas, especially 3D formulas. Suppose if you have a cube, what are the different formulas you'll need for a cube? What about volume of a cube? Side cube. Total surface area, 6 side square. And area of 4 walls, or area of the vertical faces, 4 side square. Right? Length of the longest rod. Length of the longest rod is root of side square plus side square plus side square. So root of 3 side square. It can be written as side root 3. Same formula can we do for cuboids. Instead of cube, if it was cuboid, how will the formulas change? Volume would become, all 3 sides are different. So length into breadth into height. Total surface area would be basically AB 2 times. So 2AB. BC 2 times 2BC. AC 2 times 2AC. Or if you want to talk about it in terms of length and breadth, 2LB plus 2LH plus 2BH. Area of 4 walls. Area of 4 walls with 2LB will not come. Length into breadth is the base and the top. So you'll have 2LH and 2BH. And the longest rod will be square root of L square plus B square plus H square. Okay, so that was if it was cuboid. What happens if it's a cylinder? What's the volume of a cylinder? Okay, let's 1 minute. Just let's say we don't. Suppose there was a brain freeze in the exam and you forgot the volume of a cylinder. Thank you, Akshat, so much. Okay. Uh, Say there was a brain freeze and you forgot the volume of a cylinder. But you remember volume of cube. Volume of cube क्या था? Length into breadth into height. In a cube, in a cuboid, sorry, not a cube. In a cuboid, length and breadth, length multiplied by breadth give you the area of the base. In a cylinder, what is the base? See, this much is area of base. In a cylinder, the base is a circle. So base area becomes pi r square multiplied by height still. So volume becomes pi r square h. Area of the total surface area. What will be total surface area? The area of the vertical faces, that is the perimeter, 2 pi r into h plus 2 circles, 2 pi r square. And what we call as curved surface area is 2 pi r h. Same things for cone you should know. Cone may only there is one extra thing, there is radius, there is height and there is slant height. Where L square is r square plus h square. Volume is 1/3 pi r square h. Curved surface area is pi r L. And total surface area is pi r L plus pi r square. Now, very important is a question of cone where there is a cut. We are doing questions today, but still I'll discuss it. Suppose if I have a cut over here. Suppose the total height was 9, say, and the cut is at 6 from the bottom. The bottom part is 6, that means the top part is 3. Okay. Now, frustum, which we call. So the height of the smaller cone, the height of the smaller cone is 3. Height of the larger cone is 9. Ratio is 1 is to 3. Now you have to remember a simple rule. If the ratio of the height is 1 is to 3, the ratio of the radius will also be 1 is to 3. And therefore ratio of the volume will be 1 is to 27. Just ये वाला तो by heart होना चाहिए. You should not be wasting time on it. Okay. Chalo, as we go ahead, if we recollect something, we'll keep doing more. Let's start with the first question. And I'm giving you some time to try it. With y'all, I'll be drawing the diagram. In a triangle PQR, P is joined to S, where S is the midpoint of QR. In triangle PQR, so this is the median in short. R is then joined to point T, where T is the midpoint of PS. R is joined to P and extended further, meeting PQ in V. PQ in V. SU is drawn parallel to RT. SU is drawn parallel to RT, where U is a point on PQ. Fair enough. What is the area of quadrilateral STUV and triangle PQR? Nice question. Area of this part. Okay. Try it. You will be using the similarity property or the parallel lines property. Now see, T is the midpoint. So if you look at triangle PUS, even V will become the midpoint. Midpoint theorem say. T is the midpoint, line is parallel, so V is also the midpoint. Exactly the same logic, S is the midpoint. And if I look at triangle QUR, even U will become the midpoint. So these three sides are equal. Okay. Now, what will you get? I'm just going to take random numbers and try the question. Pay attention, okay? Suppose I took the area of the full triangle as 24. Area of the full triangle I took 24. That means area of triangle PQS became 12. Median था इसलिए. Right? So this area is 12. Now, what will you get further? You have to start thinking a little bit. This side is 1/3, this side is 1/3, and this side is also 1/3. But problem is that they all three are not triangles. Somebody's got C as the answer. Everybody else has got B as the answer. Somebody has got C as the answer. Think a little bit. If I took this area as A, whatever the side ka ratio, the area ka ratio is always when triangles are similar. If the sides ka ratio is 1 is to 2, then the area ka ratio is 1:4. That means this area will become 4A. The area which you want to find will become 4A, right? Now, what about this part? This triangle and this full part, UVR. 1 minute, this will not be 4A. The whole thing is 4A, so this will be 3A. Now, if I take this as X, this is also X. Obviously, this full is also X. So, area of this part and area of this part will also have the same relationship. You should have taken this also 3x and 3x. It will be easy to understand. This is 3x, 3x. So this will become a plus x. Same logic. And now you would have got. So if the way I was doing 24 ke saath, 6x is 24. So x is 6x is 12. So x is 2. So this is 6. This is 6. This full is also 12. X I already know is 2. So this is 2 plus a. 2 plus a plus a 3. 2 plus 2a plus 3a. 2 plus 5a. And you'll get accordingly. 1 minute. I'll just clear this out. So make it a little bit more cleaner. Making it a little bit more cleaner. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, and F. So if I took this as 6, this as 6. In fact, let's start with this. Let's take this as 3x. This much. The answer which I want to find, I took as 3x. So how much will this be? B, F, D. This is the midpoint over here. So if the sides are in the ratio 1:2, areas are in the ratio 1:4. So this will be 1/3 of this. So it will be x plus 2. It will be x plus 2. And same logic say this will be x. And you can now finish it off. So you'll get 5x plus 2 is equal to 12. 5x is 10. X is 2. So this comes out to be 6. 6 upon 24. 1:4. One of the best ways to go about this question, I think so. Next question. This is the question I was talking about. This has come in cat. Maybe I've just changed the numbers a little bit. Medians are perpendicular. Now, normally, people struggle. When I saw this question for the first time, I saw so many students struggling to make the diagram right. Why do you want to make the diagram right? I want to understand the concept, right? I just said, let's just make the diagram whatever way it comes to my mind. In triangle ABC, median BE and CF are perpendicular to each other. Whether it is exactly perpendicular or not, how does it matter? BE is 12. This point I'll call G. BE is 12. So this is 2/3 of 12. How much is 2/3 of 12? 8. And CF is 18. Wahan pe I don't even need to do anything. Now just calculate the area of this triangle. ABF. Area of triangle ABF. Half into AF is 18. Sorry, CF is 18. And BE is BG, which I wanted, is 8. Ho gaya. 72 is the area of this triangle. So area of the whole triangle becomes 144. Over. Easy question. But I remember in CAT so many people not getting this question. Property, I gave you the start only 2/3 ka property, 2:1 ka ratio. Akash, I don't do so many formulas, seriously. A triangle ABC is drawn where AB is 15, AC is 12, 18. 12, 15, 18. All three sides. A point D is taken on line segment BC, so that BD is 10. BD is 10, so this is 8. Find the ratio of the perimeter of triangle ABD and ACD. How do you go about it? Anybody? I want somebody to tell me how would you go about it. See, if I take this as the missing side x, then I have 15 plus 10 plus x upon 12 plus 8 plus x, which is 25 plus x upon 20 plus x. But answer will keep depending upon a, no? Ayushman, are you sure? It's not midpoint, so how can you use Apollonius theorem? It is not midpoint. So how can you use Apollonius theorem? Apollonius theorem can be used only in midpoint. Okay, Anshul, I'm waiting. So no Apollonius. You can't say 5 upon 4 also because 25 upon 20 is 5 upon 4. So in fact 5 upon 4 is most probably ruled out. Okay, pay attention to the question. Achha, there is a generalized form of Apollonius theorem I was not aware of. Sorry, Akko. The method for this question is area of this triangle plus area of this triangle is equal to area of the full triangle. Now, pay attention to one more thing. Even before we do that, just listen to me very carefully. Do you agree that both these triangles will have the same height? Both the triangles will have the same height. So their areas will be also in the ratio of the area of the base. Base ka ratio will give you the area 10:8 because height is constant. Okay. Now, but I still need to get the value of x. So I can write half into 15 into 10 into sine A for this triangle upon half into 15 into 18 into sine A for the full triangle, right? Will be what? Full triangle ka the area we can find if we want. Anybody? Half cut, 15, 15 cut, sine A cut. So this obviously area will be 10 upon 18. But still we haven't got to x. Don't give me answers, Jain. Give me the approach. Think a little bit and give me the approach properly. I don't think so B will be the answer. You still need to get the value of x. Nobody's even shown a method to discuss how they'll find the value of x. One long method can be, you can use Heron's formula 2 times. साइन बी लिखो, क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? ए लिखो, बी लिखो, नाम से क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है? साइन बी, चलो. बीपीटी, देयर इज नो पैरेलल लाइन. बीपीटी कहां से आएगा? कंपोनेंट और डिविडेंडो से क्या फायदा होगा, मुझे दिखा नहीं कुछ. रॉन्ग. ओके, लेट्स वर्क ऑन एरिया. 12 प्लस 18 30, 30 प्लस 15 इज 45. तो एरिया भी करने जाओगे तो 45/2 इज अ सेमी पेरीमीटर, which is also not a very great method. Lovely, some new theorem only. I have never heard of the name. No need of a parallel line. Too many things you'll have discussed, but not given me any logic. A, B, C. BC 18, AC 12, ये 15. ये 10 और ये 8. How much is the ratio of 15 is to 12? How much is the ratio of 15 is to 12? 3 5s are 3 4s are. And how much is the ratio 10 is to 8? Is also 5 is to 4. No cosine rule, nothing. Pay attention. If you notice very carefully, 15 upon 12 is 10 upon 8. Therefore, this angle is equal to this angle. Angle bisector theorem. Angle bisector theorem. Therefore, these two angles are equal. Now I can write, if I take this side as x, half of 15 into x. Let's call this angle theta and theta, into sine theta upon half of, अच्छा इधर तो x कट हो जाएगा, sorry, my bad. Half of 15 into x into sine theta. Okay, I'll take the whole thing upon half of 15 into 12 of sine 2 theta will be 10 upon 18. Half cut, 15, 15 cut. 2 5s are 2 4s are cut. X into sine theta is equal to 4 1s are 4 3s are cut. 3 into sine 2 theta, which is also, I'm also struggling a little bit. I'm also thinking a little bit because I'll still be left with cos. मुझे नहीं लग रहा है B आंसर है. All those are saying B is the answer. I don't think so. B is the answer. I'm also going to take a minute. If I use cosine rule for cos theta, that diagram is there. You should keep it in your mind. 15 square plus x square minus 18 square. These two angles were equal. This is 15, 12, 10, 8. So I've taken this angle as theta and this angle as theta. So cos theta is equal to 15 square plus x square minus 10 square, sorry, upon 2 into 15 into x is equal to 12 square plus x square minus 8 square upon 2 into 12 into x. Let's think this. Okay, I think we finally got it. 15 square plus x square minus 10 square upon 2 into 15 into x is equal to 12 square plus x square minus 8 square upon 2 into 12 into x. Both are cos theta, so equal. 2x cut on both sides. 3 5s are 3 4s are. 225 minus 100. 125 plus x square upon 5 is 144 minus 64. 144 minus 64 will be 144 minus 64 will be 80 upon 4. 4 ones are 4 20s are 125 plus x square is 100. X square is 25 and x comes out to be 5. Everybody got this? X is 5. हो गया finally आपका question. So your answer is 25 plus x 30 upon 25. 5 6 are 5 5. The answer is option C. It is valid. Why is it not valid? Yeah, it's sum of two sides of a triangle is great. So sum was inconsistent, and that was maybe the data. That was the reason we were having an issue. But the method will be this. Yeah, yeah. I agree. Sum is inconsistent, but this is the method to do it. 80 plus x square. Oh. Yeah. 80 plus x square. Your शायद इसीलिए गलत आया. Upon 4. Let's continue इस मेथड से. क्या आएगा? 500 plus 4x square is 400 plus 5x square. 100 is equal to x square. X is coming out to be 10. Bad question, but method यही है, cosine rule वाला. Just solve these two equations carefully. If you want, I'll solve fresh. Tell me, have you all understood or should I solve fresh? If I get 10, I'll get 35 upon 30. Fourth option. Should I solve it again or have you all understood? Okay, then going ahead, quickly a couple of more people just tell me. Okay, great. Come on, try the next question. Okay, एक बार वापस एंड में वापस इसके बाद वापस करता हूँ ये क्वेश्चन के बाद. Since I've already brought this question, I'll come back to that. ABCD is a trapezium where AD is parallel to BC and BC is double of AD. Double है. Area of the quadrilateral ABCD is 54. EFGH are the midpoints of all the four sides respectively. E over here, F over here, G over here and H over here. Find the difference between the area of triangle ADC and area of triangle BEF. This is E. No, this is E, sorry. EFGH. Come on, try this much. We want to find area of triangle, difference between area of triangle ADC and BEF. They have told us BC is double of AD. Moksh, what are the areas you are getting? Difference find करने के लिए. Now, if you look at ADC का area, ABC का area. Basically, the trapezium is ABC plus ADC का area. Okay. Listen, everybody just pay attention to this method. ABC plus ADC का total is 54 area. They both have the same height. ABC and ADC both have the same height. Only their sides are double. So area will also be double. So this area is double of this area. So if this area is x, this area is 2x, 54, x, 3x is 54, x is 18. So this area is 18. This full area is 36. 36 में से ये कितना होगा? Because the side is double. See, BC is double of AD, Tejaswani. Did you get that? Look at it properly, Tejaswani. BC is double of AD. They both have the same height. So area will also be double. Just let me know, Tejaswani, whether you've understood that. Now, this area and this area will be in the ratio 1:4. So this is 1A. This will be, the whole area will be 4A. So 4A is 36. So 1A is 9. So A is 9, B, E, F. And therefore answer is 18 minus 9, 9. Everybody understood? I'm going to go back to the previous sum and explain it one more time properly. Fifteen, 10 x, 8, 12 x. Both the angles were theta. I use cosine rule. Cos theta for first triangle is b square plus c square. That is 15 square plus x square minus 10 square upon 2 into 15 into x. For the second triangle, it is 15 square, 12 square plus x square minus 8 square upon 2 into 12 into x. 2x, 2x cut. 3 fours are 3 fives are. 225 minus 100 was 125 plus x square upon 5 is equal to 144 minus 64. 80 plus x square upon 4. Cross multiplied that, giving me 500 plus 5x square is 400 plus 4x square. X square is 100. X is 10. Once I got x is 10, perimeter became 35 upon 30, 7:6. Okay, somebody wanted me to repeat it, I've repeated. Chalo, next. Next one. ये तो याद होना चाहिए आंसर, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन का सोल्यूशन ये था, आई एक्सप्लेन ऑलरेडी. सिमिलैरिटी ना ये तो, दिस ट्राइंगल एंड दिस ट्राइंगल आर सिमिलर मिड पॉइंट थ्योरम से. सो देयरफॉर दिस मच इज 1/4 ऑफ दिस, और ये पूरा 36 था, 36 का 1/4. चलो नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट क्विकली. दिव्या, आई होप यू गॉट इट नाउ. Wrong. Ayushman Biswal, right. Perfect. Get the answer, Tejaswani. From the way I've not got an answer up till now, most of the people haven't done this question before. Because if you've done this question before, it's my one of the favorite cat questions of geometry. When somebody asked me geometry का best question कौन सा set किया था cat ने, तो ये question था. This is cat 2008. Let me know whether you can hear the audio now. Yeah, yeah. But audio, video, both right there right now. Just give me a second. Just give me a minute. Okay. Let's continue. What will we get? So this cuts out, two ones are, two twos are cuts out. So we get 6r is equal to 17.5 into 9. And you solve that out, you get 26.25. You all try the next question. By the time I'll try and fix up this part. I'll try and fix this part by the time you all just try this. Sure. Let's continue. You all can hear me, right? Which question are you talking about, Matthew? Previous one or this one? Anybody got Matthew? Just let me know which question are you talking about. That's in the given figure. O is the center of the circle. What are you saying? D or P? Angle APE 90 bola hai na, so that will be a part of a construction. You'll have to have that angle APE is given as 90. Yeah, P is not given, but things about P were given, no? So you all should have drawn. Check the answer. I don't think so. It's 54. Somebody saying 42. Somebody saying 54. So you also need to join OC. That will be part of construction. Now for this angle is 90 because of tangent and secant. This is phi. AE was given as 18. AE was 18. So this is also phi. So OE became 12. I mean 13, sorry. OE became 13. And CE became 12. Phi 12, 13, Pythagoras triplet. So this is phi, this is 12, this is 13. Everybody understood till here? Everybody got it till here? Phi 12, 13? Now, once we got this phi 12 and 13, what can we do further? Pay attention. Now, can you find any one side of the big triangle? We already know the big triangle ka side AE is 18. So, AE upon OE is 18 upon 13. Ratio of the side is 18 upon 13. Therefore, ratio of perimeter will also be 18 upon 13. Triangles are similar. So when triangles are similar, if one side is 18 upon 13, all three sides will be 18 upon 13. So perimeter will also be 18 upon 13. perimeter will also be 18 upon 13. Now we know one perimeter 5, 12, 13. The perimeter is 30. So perimeter upon 30 is 18 upon 13. Read, they have said approximately. So answer will be 540 upon 13. That is more than 40, approximately 42. B option. APE and OCE are similar. And because they are similar, we get that the ratio is also 18 upon 13. Next one. बहुत लोगों को 48 आया था. कैसे आया 48 मुझे पता नहीं. There was no need for midpoint theorem. Directly triangles are similar. Then there was no midpoint in that question. In an isosceles trapezium, AB is parallel to CD. AB is parallel to CD. Diagonals AC and BD intersect at P. Area of triangle APB is 16. तो ये उल्टा है, AB और CD उल्टा है because that is smaller. So ABCD. This area is 16, this area is 25. These both areas will be equal because it's anyway that is true in any trapezium also. X and X. What is the special property we have? Anybody, what is the special property we have for isosceles trapezium? 16 into 25 will be X into X. 16 into 25 will be X into X. So X will be 4 into 5, 20. So both these areas are 20, 20. So area of the whole trapezium is 16 plus 25 plus 20 plus 20. This is 41, 41 plus 40, 81. Straightforward question if you know the property. Answer is option A. Slightly difficult question, but an old cat question. You might have seen it before. So pay attention. A vertical tower P, OP, stands at the center of a square ABCD. So this is a three-dimensional figure. You have to think very carefully. You have to assume your square is like this. You can see my hand. I hope so. Okay. And on the top of that, there's a vertical tower OP. Let H and B denote the length OP and AB respectively. So first, let's draw the square. So these sides are all B, B, B. Okay, angle APB is 60 degree. Now, my tower is starting from here. Obviously, it is because in another, it's actually vertical. I can't show it in the diagram, but something like this. That is why I've drawn a dotted line. Okay, this is suppose A, B, C, D. Now, what have they said? Angle APB is 60 degrees. Then what is the relation between H and B? Now, you need to get this part. How much is OA? AC is the diagonal. So, AC will be side multiplied by root 2, B root 2. And OA will be half of that also. So, half of B root 2. So, this is that much. This is H. And they have told us angle APB. This angle will be 90 because it's a three-dimensional figure. Huh? They have told us angle APB is 60 degrees. APB is 60. So APO will be 30. APB is 60. So APO will be 30. So it will become a 30, 60, 90 triangle. And then you will get the relationship. Side opposite to 30 and side opposite to 60. Side opposite to 60 degrees is root 3 times side opposite to 30 degrees. So how much is side opposite to 60 degrees? The height is root 3 times 1 upon 2 b root 2. Take squares on both sides. So h square is equal to 3 into 1 upon 4 into b into 2. 2 2s are cut. 2h square is equal to 3b square. Answer is the third option. Okay, I'll repeat 30. 30 kaise mila? APB was given as 60. APB was given as 60. So APO will be half of that. See, the diagram is completely three-dimensional. So you have to imagine a little bit. If APB is 60, APO will become 30 degrees. No? APO is not 60. APO is 30. Let me see properly. This is 30. 30 degrees. ये 60 है. PAO becomes 60, the third angle. Why can APO not be 30? Think, no. Suppose you have a room in. Let's take you switched off the Wi-Fi there. No. Sure. Yeah, the Wi-Fi keeps going though sometimes. And just they're just not allowed to do that. अरे यार सीधा नहीं लगा वो लेक्चर चालू रख लूं अरे तेरा नेट गયું તારું એટલે આવી ગયો સર નથી ચાર લાઈન છે ત્રણ લાઈન છે ત્રણ લાઈટ છે થોડી છે કાઈ નહીં કરતા થોડીક સેકન્ડ શું કામ તું વચ્ચે મારા લેક્ચર ની વચ્ચે આવું તો કરો છો યાર અરે મારે થોડી ખબર ત્યાં થશે આવું આટલા બધા પ્લગ છે ઘરમાં તને બીજો કોઈ પ્લગ નથી મળતું ત્યાં મળ્યું તને અરે ત્યાં બી મેં આજુબાજુ એને કઈ ટચ નથી કર્યું એને તો સીધું કર્યું नहीं हो रहा है यार एक बार कॉल कर लीजिए वाईफाई प्रोवाइडर पे वर्क कितनी देर में रिलायंस है रिलायंस वाले का तो कॉल सेंटर दो 5 मिनट ट्राई कर रहा हूँ मैं हाँ ठीक है हम टीम पे लिख दे रहे हैं या आप चैट चैट पे लिख दीजिए अपना मैं लिखा चैट पे नेट डाउन 2 मिनट्स कुछ हाँ हाँ ठीक है ठीक है हाँ बोलो। मैंने हॉटस्पॉट कनेक्ट कर दिया, अभी क्या रीस्टार्ट करने के लिए क्या प्रोसेस है? आई शुड जस्ट स्टार्ट अगेन। एक मैंने वो सब व्हाट्सएप व्हाट्सएप सब बंद कर दिया है, एक सेकंड, अगर हो जाता है तो मैं खुद ही। ओके। Okay, I hope you all can hear me again. There was some issue with the network for a couple of minutes. Sorry for the issue. Yeah, you all can hear me now. Just a quick confirmation. So in the figure given below, O is the center of the circle with radius 5. This was a very straightforward question. Angle CAB is 20. Find angle ADC. Angle CAB is 20 degrees. And question asked is for angle ADC. Come on, what's the answer? Quickly. So the ones who are there now, can we start again? I hope you all finished this question. What's the answer? इसके आगे दो क्वेश्चन, अच्छा ये क्वेश्चन बाकी था एक, सॉरी। हाँ वो भी करते, ये वाला पहले देख लेते। लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट दिस वन फर्स्ट। हाउ विल यू गेट एंगल ADC? Method. This is the center, right? This is the diameter. So this arc will be 180 degrees. Because this angle is 20, this arc is 40. The remaining arc is 140. So the angle which we are looking for is 70 degrees. Straightforward inscribed angle theorem. Okay. Let's go to the previous question which we had not done. This video we had finished. This one. 3 sin A plus 4 cos B is 24 by 7. 4 sin A plus 3 cos B is 25 by 7. Find cos A upon sin B. What you can do is you can add both these equations. You will get 7 sin A plus 7 cos B. If you add both these equations, you will get 7 sin A plus 7 cos B is 49 upon 7. Divide by 7, you get sin A plus cos B is 1. So we get sin A plus cos B is 1. Now what else? If you take both the equations and subtract them, second minus first. So 4A minus 3 sin A will be sin A minus cos B is 1 upon 7. Add both the equations to give you sin A. 2 sin A is equal to 1 plus 1 upon 7 is 8 upon 7. So sin A is 4 upon 7. If sin A is 4 upon 7, what will be cos A? You can use sin square A plus cos square A is 1. और पाइथागोरस थ्योरम 4 upon 7 है, तो थर्ड साइड क्या आएगा? 49 minus 16. 49 minus 16 will be 33, root 33. So oral calculation or whichever way you do it, this will be root 33. This is cos A, root 33 upon 7. Let's do the same thing for cos B. Sin A we got 4 upon 7. So how much is cos B? Cos B will be 1 minus 4 upon 7, which is 3 upon 7. Now, sin B will be how much? Same sin square B plus cos square B is 1 karke. 49 minus 9 will be 40. 40 upon 7, root 40 upon 7. We want cos A upon sin B, root 33 upon 7. Divide by root 40 upon 7. 7, 7 cut. Answer is the second option. Quickly just let me know whether you have understood this. Session will be till 9 o'clock. Are we clear till here? Okay, let's go ahead. Next one. P is the midpoint of side BC of a square ABCD. P is the midpoint of side BC of a square ABCD where BC is 3. BC is extended to point E such that EA, ये P है, such that EA is perpendicular to DP. DP. What is extended? BC is extended. Such that EA is perpendicular to DP. So E is approximately here. Question is find AE. I'll redraw the diagram. If you all have drawn it for yourself, great. A, B, C, D. EA is perpendicular to DP. This is P over here, so DP. This angle is 90. BC was given as 3, so all sides are 3. This is 1.5, this is also 1.5, midpoint was given. What have they asked for? Let's read. They've asked for AE. Come on, let's see if you can get it. We want AE. So in short, if I get EC, if you can get EC, you will get AE also. Think a little bit. Go through the whole thing one more time. P is the midpoint over here. This is 1.5. This is also 1.5. BC is 3. BC is extended to E, so that EA is perpendicular to DP. Now you need to find AE. Anybody think? You want to find EC. How will you get EC? Come on, quickly, guys. How do you want to make use of this 90 degrees? That is the main thing. Because that 90 degrees was given in the question. So uska kuch to usage aayega. We can first find DP. Somebody saying, okay, you can find DP, fair enough. What will you do with DP then? So DP will be, अगर इसको 3/2 लिखा, तो DP will be 3 square plus 3/2 square. DP square, I mean. So it will be 9 plus 9/4, 45/4, DP square. Others. Don't get into exact calculation. Don't waste your time doing all that. Small triangle. Yeah, but similarity, like, do you have any side? Suppose you took this point as not P but Q, suppose. Suppose triangle ECQ. is similar to triangle ABC. How will that help? ABE, I mean. My whole idea is you have to make use of this 90 degrees somewhere, because till you don't make use of that 90 degrees somewhere, your whole point of that giving that 90 degrees is lost. Okay, I think this question there is some data missing. I'll come back to this. If there is not, I'll again do it. I think there is some data missing. Just wait. Chalo, next one. There are a couple of ways you can do the next one. I think previous वाले में कुछ data missing था, तो उसको अभी के लिए छोड़ देते. Perimeter of a triangle with all three sides का total is 40. Find the possible number of triangles. Perimeter of a triangle with all sides integer is 40. So A plus B plus C is 40. Question is find how many different triangles are possible. Come on quickly. This you all should get now. Ayushman, how did you get it? We'll discuss it later. Just give me a second. Maybe Ayushman, I missed a thing, but we'll come back to it. Yeah, 33 is the right answer, but I want to know the method. So we all know the property sum of two sides has to be greater than the third. Sum of two sides has to be greater than third. That means the largest value. So if I take A is less than B is less than C, what is the largest value C can take? Yeah, I know there's a direct formula also. You can do P square by 48 also, direct formula. Approximately comes out to be 33. That is 1600 divided by 48. 16 hundreds are 16. Threes are, so comes approximately 33.33. And therefore, you work on 33. That's the direct method. Obviously, without that, it becomes very long. The largest value C can take is what? Perimeter is 20, semi-perimeter is 20. So 19C is the largest value it can take. At that time, the other two sides are 21. So you'll have to think of all the cases possible. At 19, how many cases possible and so on. So you can't take 1 and 20 over here. Understand? Because we have assumed 19 is the largest side. You can take 2 and 19, no problem. Remember, you can't take 1 and 20. We have assumed this. So we can take 2 and 19, 3 and 18, up till where? 21 का total है. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 तक. Because A is less than B less than C. और less than or equal to भी हो सकता है. So hence 2 to 10, we have 9 cases over here. That way, if you take 18, what will you get? 17, what will you get? And you have to think you'll get the cases. This will be the last case. 10, 11 for C is 19. What when C is 18? A plus B is how much that time? 22. Both of them have to be less than 18 or maximum 18. So if I take B as 18, so this will be 4, 422 से 418 से लेके what will we get? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 तक. So that will be another how many cases? 8 cases. So here we got 9 cases, then we got 8 cases. And that way. Are we clear, everybody? You can keep and count all the cases, or you can do this. Chalo, next question. But you should be aware of this. Next one. Acute angle triangle with sides 6, 14 and x. Find the total number of possible integral values of x. They haven't said x is the largest side. X can be smaller than 14 also. But remember, sum of two sides has to be greater than third. That property has to be valid. So let's take cases over here. Case 1. X is the largest side. So 6 plus 14 has to be greater than x. So x is less than 20 but greater than 14. So x can be 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Right? After that what? But we also have to look at acute angle triangle. What about that condition? Acute angle triangle ka condition? What is the property over there? X square will have to be less than 6 square plus 14 square. So x square will have to be less than 36 plus 196. So x square has to be less than 12, 1, 13, 232. How much is approximate square root of 232? More than 15, less than 16. So x square is less than 15 point something something. So less than 15 point something, only one case possible. Out of this, only one case possible. All these cases not possible. So right now we got only one case. Next, after that what? X can be less than 14. So 6 plus x has to be greater than 14. X has to be greater than 8. And also similar property for squares we'll have to take. 14 square has to be less than x square plus 6 square. 196 minus 36 is less than x square. X square is greater than 160. So that's 12 point something something. X greater than 12 point something something. So x greater than 8. Sorry, ulta ho gaya. X, yeah, 12 point something something it is greater than. And also it has to be greater than 8, but iska to koi fayda nahi because greater than 12. Now greater than 12, it can be only 13, it can't be 14. Can it be 14? It can be 14 also. So 13 and 14, both the values it can take. So I think answer will be 3. One with this value 15 and one with 13 and 14. 13, 14, 15, 3 values. Next. Semi-perimeter of a right angle triangle is 77. Semi-perimeter of a right angle triangle is 77. The smallest median is 36. Find the area of the triangle. You had to remember the acute angle rule also. Okay, in that, remember that, very important. Direct formula by heart. Let's get the right approach. This will be the smallest median, 36. In a right angle triangle, the median drawn to the hypotenuse is half of the hypotenuse. So this will be 36. This will also be 36. Property is median drawn to the hypotenuse in a right angle triangle is half of the hypotenuse. So this is 36, 36, 36. So perimeter was 77. Let's call these two sides as A and B. So A semi perimeter was 77. So A plus B plus 72 is 77 twos are 154. So A plus B is 82. Now, what all do we know? We know A plus B. What else do we know? Now, what do we want to find? I want to find half AB. We also know Pythagoras theorem. A square plus B square is 72 square. Now, don't solve, don't find A and B. Pay attention. We just want to find half AB. So use A plus B the whole square ka formula. A plus B the whole square is A square plus B square plus 2AB. 82 square. This is 72 square. Bring it on the left side. Minus 72 square is 2AB. Use A square minus B square formula. 154 multiply by 10 upon 2 is AB. But we don't want AB, we want half AB. Multiply both sides by half. Sum is over. 2 ones are, 2 fives are, 2 77s are. Half AB is 385. That's your answer. So how will you find half AB straight away? I didn't find A and B, no. We had to find some relationship. How will you find half AB? We can find it through area. Area ही मांगा था. Answer is 385. Tejaswani, what is 360? Sri Charan, what is 54? I don't know what you all are writing. R क्यों कर रहे हो तुम लोग? Where is the need of R in this question? This is not the altitude. This is the median. How can you do half into 72 into 36? Dipti, did you understand? Sri Charan, what are you saying? Half into 108. कहाँ से आया? I don't know what you all are doing, but most of you all are somewhere else only. This is we got the hypotenuse 72. So we have two equations. One is A plus B is 82. The other is A square plus B square is 72 square. I don't know why they are finding in radius. Who would ask in radius? Next question. ABCD is a square. Area of triangle AQB, that is this triangle, is 40 and area of triangle CQE is 10. Find the area of square ABCD. Very carefully do this. Do you agree the triangles are similar? The triangles are similar. Vertically opposite, alternate angles, square है तो lines parallel है. Right? That is okay. Now, if triangles are similar, area will depend upon two things, base and height. Now, area of the big triangle upon area of the small triangle is in the ratio 4 is to 1. 40 and 10. So, area is in the ratio 4 is to 1. Therefore, sides will be in the ratio how much? 2 is to 1. similar triangles में area का ratio is 4:1, so side का ratio will be 2:1. So if I drew the height over here, just for example, and even the height will be in the ratio 2:1. So if I drew the height over here and took this height as 2x and this height as 1x, okay, this much as y, so this will be 2y. E will now turn out to be the midpoint. Perfect. E will now turn out to be the midpoint. So I have taken AB as 2y, EC as y, and I have. So what is the area of the small triangle? 10. So 10 is half into y into what did I take that as? X, no? Yeah, x. So I got xy is 20. Leave it here. What do we want to find? We want to find area of square. Square के लिए ये base है 2y. But ये तुम्हारा height है which is 3x. I know 2y and 3x are same only but not needed. So you want to find 6xy. Area of the square is 6xy. So that will become 6 into 20, 120. A lot of people can waste time saying 3x is equal to 2y, solve it, not needed. You get E is the midpoint and therefore you get 120. E was not given as the midpoint. Remember that, okay? Is everybody clear with this? Then I can move ahead. Next one. In triangle ABC, AD is the median on BC. The line BE intersects side AC at E. This is E. Okay, such that AO to OD is in the ratio 2:3. If the length of AC is 12, find the length of EC. If the length of AC is 12, we need to find EC. Come on, let's see if anybody can get this. Method. There'll be one construction which is very important. Draw parallel line. Let's call it as DP, suppose. DP is parallel to BE. DP is parallel to BE. So if D is the midpoint over here, P will also become the midpoint over here. And by parallel lines, if these two are in the ratio 2:3, even these two will be in the ratio 2:3. That means if this is 2A, this is 3A, and P is the midpoint. So this is also 3A. So 6 plus 2, 8A is 12. So A is 1.5. Now, what have they asked for? They've asked for EC. EC is 6A. I'll explain. With Y कहाँ से आया? Oh, you're still in the previous sum. 6A is 6 into 1.5, 9. Y and 2Y, you're in the previous sum. Just forward your feed a little bit, come back, because otherwise you'll keep missing all questions. Got this, everybody? Is this question clear, everybody? Come on, this is the very straightforward. Regular polygons A and B. Regular polygons A and B have number of sides in the ratio 2:3. So let side 1 be, let the first polygon have 2x side and let the second polygon have 3x sides. The interior angle का formula will use each interior angles. 180 into n minus 2 upon n is the formula. So 180 into 2x minus 2 upon 2x divide by ratio इसलिए divide 180 into 3x minus 2 upon 3x is 9 upon 10. So 180 into 2x minus 2 upon 2x multiply by 3x upon 180 into 3x minus 2 is 9 upon 10. X cut. 180 cut. 2 cuts over here, so x minus 1. 3 ones are 3, 3s are cut. Nothing else is cutting. Most of the things have cut out. 10x minus 10 is equal to 9x minus 6. So x is 4. Number of sides B equals to, B is the second one. So 3 4s are 12. Second option. Okay, everybody. ये सब नहीं गलत है. Next one. This is a wrong one. Just leave this one. Start with this question. Diagonals of a rhombus of side 15 and the ratio 3:4. Diagonals are in the ratio 3:4. 3:4 is as good as 6:8 also, no problem. So I can take this much as 3x, this as 4x, this as 3x, and this as 4x. This is 15. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5 ka triplet. So it is 3 times. So by triplet logic, this will be 9, 12, and 15. This much will be 9. This will be 12. We want to find the area of the rhombus. 9 plus 9, 18 is one diagonal. 12 plus 12, 24 is the other diagonal. Area of the rhombus is half into D1 into D2. How A? Answer is D. How so many people are getting A? What mistake are you all making? Nine and 12 are only this much. या तो फिर area of triangle करके multiply by 4 करो. 54 fours are. Guys, you all cannot make such mistakes at the last time. Huh? This was very silly mistake. But there was no need to use options, Tejaswini. Such a straightforward question. Don't unnecessarily use options. Let ABC be a right angle triangle with BC as the hypotenuse. AB and AC are 15 and 20 kilometers. So this is 15, this is 20. So using Pythagoras, you'll get this as 25. Again, multiple of 3, 4, 5. Minimum possible time in minutes required to reach hypotenuse from A at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. So if you want the time to be minimum, your distance also has to be minimum. Distance will be minimum if you drop a perpendicular. So AM is a perpendicular. Half into 20 into 15 will be equal to half into 25 into AM. Half cut. 5 5s are, 5 3s are, 5 1s are, 5 4s are. So AM will be 12. Your speed is 30 kilometers per hour. 30 kilometers per hour का मतलब you travel 30 kilometers in 1 hour. Or if you want to convert and you do normal time speed distance का logic, do that. Time taken is distance upon speed. 12 upon 30, this will be in hours. But they want in minutes, so multiply by 60, 24 minutes. या ओरली करना है तो 30 किलोमीटर पर आवर का मतलब क्या हुआ? 1 किलोमीटर के लिए 2 मिनट. सो 12 किलोमीटर के लिए 24 मिनट्स. I think we are more or less towards the end. Couple of more questions maybe. Next question quickly. I don't think so. 42 Ayushman, check properly. Don't rush Ayushman. Now correct Ayushman. Good. These are all tangents. So if I take this much as x, this is also x. BP is equal to BD. And CQ is equal to CD. Equal to y. So this is y, this is y. Okay. Now, perimeter is AB plus x plus y plus AC. Now, AB plus x is AP and AC plus y is AQ. Both are 12, 14, 14. So answer will be 28. Directly use property over here. Don't try to solve it. X is not equal to y. Means it can come but not needed. So you would get AP is equal to AQ. So you'll get, but they're not told you AB and AC are equal, no? So how X is equal to Y, Paris? Look properly. Normally, I would say 1 or 2 questions, Siddhant, are doable from geometry. The property over here is direct. For right now, you can just by heart it. 1 upon root A is equal to 1 upon 16, root 16 plus 1 upon root 25. Solve it. By the time, I'll just have a look. This question is very straightforward. I'm just looking at any questions there are a couple of questions behind it. So what will you get? 1 upon root r is equal to 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 5, which is 9 upon 20. So root r is 20 upon 9 after taking reciprocals. So therefore r becomes 400 upon 81, which is slightly less than 5. From the options, you should be able to be clear that is 4.93. slightly less than 5. No, that's a different one. Somebody was saying, is it the same as 3 parallel lines? That's a different one. That is this one. If I take this as x, y, and z, the property which somebody asked on the chat is 1 upon z is 1 upon x plus 1 upon y. Okay. ये बहुत simple questions है, तो I'm not doing it. If you all want, just take a screenshot. If you all want this question, just take a screenshot. It's too easy. ये भी बहुत easy है. करना है तो फटाफट कर लेते. In radius of a regular hexagon, in radius of a regular hexagon, I told you also in a hexagon, the in radius is height of the equilateral triangle. So 9 is root 3 upon 2 into side. So side is 18 upon root 3. Simplify it, multiply by root 3 upon root 3, 6 root 3. Side is 6 root 3. Now, they've asked for area of hexagon. Area of hexagon is 6 multiplied by root 3 upon 4 into side square. Side is 6 root 3, so 6 root 3 into 6 root 3. Ouch. कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो गया. ऑप्शन मैच नहीं कर रहा है. 2 2s are 2 3s are 2 1s are 2 3s are 54 root 3. Have I made a mistake? Can somebody check? I don't think so. I made a mistake. 9 9 6 are 54 into 3 into root 3. 162 root 3. Unless they have done an approximation. Somebody do use the calculator and check the answer. 162 root 3 is coming out to be how much? 1.7 से multiply करो. I think 273 होगा approximately. हाँ तो अब पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा ऑप्शंस दिया है, बट वी आर वेरी क्लियर 162 रूट 3 इज आंसर. फॉरगेट द ऑप्शंस. लेंथ ब्रेथ एंड हाइट का सम इज 30. सो L plus B plus H is 30. Find the total and its total surface area is 592. Total surface area is 2 bracket LH plus BH plus LB is 592. 2 ones are 2 twos are 4, 2 nines are 18, 2 sixes are 296. LH plus BH plus LB. They've asked for the maximum length of the rod that can be placed. So we need root of L square plus B square plus H square. Use the formula L plus B plus H the whole square. Actually 2 cut नहीं करना चाहिए था. Is L square plus B square plus H square plus 2LH plus BH plus LB. 30 square is 900. This is 592. Is whatever we want का uska square root will be the answer. Root of L square plus B square plus H square. How much is it coming out to be? Difference is 308. So square root of 308. 4 sevens are 28. Two root 77, or approximately in decimals, depends on how it is given. A rectangular water reservoir has a base measuring 24 meters and 18 meters. Water enters the reservoir to a pipe with a cross section of 6 centimeters, cross sectional area of 6 by 5 at a speed of 12 meters per second. Calculate the height the water will reach after 16 minutes. Now, pay attention very carefully. Only one thing is centimeters, everything else is meters. And the answer asked is in meters. So let's convert that centimeters to meters. 1 meter is 100 centimeter. So that pipe ka dimensions are 0.06 centimeters and 0.05 centimeters. Now, volume of the water. Now, main is how do you use this speed? 12 meters per second. So that 12 meters which is falling in 1 second can be considered as the height. So see, pipe will be cylindrical shape. Pipe will be a cylinder. No, actually not a cylinder. They have told 6 by 5. So pipe also they are assuming cuboid only. So 6, 0.06 into 0.05 into 12 meters per second becomes the height. But it is in 16 minutes. So 12 we can take as height. Yeah, it's a cuboid pipe. I said that. Now, how much? So 24 into 18 into h, which is the answer we want, will be 0.06 into 0.05 into 12 into 16 into 60. This is very important. Understand this part carefully. 12 into 16 into 60. How did we get that? That is important. Because 12 was the speed for 16 minutes and converting minutes to seconds. 12 twos are 12 cut. 6 threes are 6 tens are cut. So 6 and 0.06 cars, this will cut. So this will become 0.01. So height will be 0.01 into 0.05 into 160. Let's just multiply 16 5 is 80. So 800 है और कितने decimals है? 4 decimals है. So 0.08. Answer is the third option. Just have to be careful about the calculation, and I wanted to explain this part about how the height is used. I explained this in the concept. Yeah, normally circular cross section होना चाहिए था. A solid right circular cone of radius 35 is cut into two pieces with a plane parallel to the base at a height of 21 from the base. So height is 21 from the base. If the difference in the volume of the two pieces is 218 cc, find the volume of the smaller cone. बड़े वाले का रेडियस 35 दिया है, राइट? So what will be the rule we'll get? R upon 35 will be h upon h plus 21. This will give me one relation between r and h. I'll repeat this. R upon 35 will be h upon h plus 21. Okay. Now, difference is 218. Difference is 1/3 pi r square h. So 1/3 pi common 35 square. Actually और एक तरीका करते, पूरे को h लेते और इसको h minus 21 लेते. So we will get r upon 35 is h minus 21 upon h. So 1/3 pi r square into h minus 1/3 pi r square, which we don't know, into h minus 21. The 21 is 218. Nothing is cutting. Lot of things are missing. I have a feeling ये height या तो ये height है. That's my feeling. I might be wrong. Otherwise, the calculation looks really bad. Here I'll get r into h is 35h minus 35 into 21. 35 into 21 is 35h minus rh. H common 35 minus r. You can definitely solve it. This and this equation लेके solve तो कर सकते हो. दो equations है, दो variable है. But I would not get into this calculation. Not at all cat friendly. Not cat friendly नहीं, not at all cat friendly. Means इसको solve करने जाओगे तो you'll get terrible calculations. Leave it. It's okay. On this one, ये काफी standard है. Same concept है. A cone is cut into 4 parts by 3 parallel cuts to the base at equal height. That means if this height is 1, this height is 1, this height is 1, and this height is also 1. So, the smallest cone, now this is the nice one, pay attention very carefully. We want to find the volume of each part, but we will first have to get cones mein. Height 1 is 1, height 2 is 2, height 3 is 3, and height 4 is 4. These are the 4 cones के लिए. Okay, so volume 1, volume का ratio V1 to V2 to V3 to V4 will be 1 is to 4 is to, 1 is to 8 is to 27 is to 64. These are the volumes. Now, the first volume will remain 1 only. Second will become 8 minus 1, 7. Third will become 27 minus 27 minus 8. That will be 19. And last will be 64 minus this whole thing. Actually, sorry. Right. This will be not 19. This much is 8, no? 27 minus 8. 1 second. ये 7 हो जाएगा. 8 minus 1, 7. This will be 27. ये कर रहा हूँ मैं, इधर नहीं. 1, first part 1. Second part 7. Third full part was 27. 27 में से 8 गया. तो 19. 64 में से 27 गया. तो 37. 1, 7, 19, 37. First option. This you should know well. अब तुम लोग आया इन रेडियस, अब यूज करो इन रेडियस, यूज दिस प्रॉपर्ली एंड गेट इन रेडियस का प्रॉपर्टी. I have given you the hint also. This is the in radius, small r. So what will you get over here? Right angle triangle isosceles. So if this side is A, this side is A, this side is A root 2. Isosceles right angle triangle, three sides are A and A root 2. And in radius is 8 into root 2 minus 1. Did you all understand why this is in radius? Because it is a point from where all the perpendiculars are equal. So we know a special property for right angle triangle. For right angle triangle, small r is A plus B minus C upon 2. So 8 into bracket root 2 minus 1 is A plus A minus A root 2 upon 2. 16 into root 2 minus 1 is 2A minus A root 2. 16 into root 2 minus 1 is root 2A common. So I'll get root 2A, root 2 minus 1, root 2A common, so root 2 minus 1. Root 2 minus 1, root 2 minus 1 cut. 16 is equal to root 2A. So A is 16 upon root 2, which is 8 root 2. A is 16 upon root 2, which is 8 root 2. And area is half into base into height. So half into 8 root 2 into 8 root 2. This will cut out. Answer will be 64. Cool, everybody? I think that was the last question for today. A 5 minutes chat on what should you all be doing in the last 2 days. Let's quickly have a discussion. What should you be doing in the last 2-3 days? Last 2-3 days, that is in fact not even 2-3 days. We have Friday, actually Friday, Saturday, exactly 2 days. Do not solve any new mocks. Do not get carried away by any new concepts. Please don't hear too many things around it. Don't get into hearing too many things about. In fact, for some time, except your studies, just leave YouTube and all separate. Okay? Go through the major formulas which you feel that you might have forgotten. Any particular type of questions. So DILR at this moment, I would not revise anything. Maybe just for comfort, if I want to solve one or two sets, I can solve, but I would not revise anything. Arithmetic, you should always know your basic formulas like Wine-Leff formula, profit loss. You should know how to compound interest calculations here, difference of 2 years, difference of 3 years for questions. All those things you should know. You should know allocations well. That's arithmetic. I am thinking of doing the formula revision marathon, but very frankly, I don't believe in it so much. So I might still do it, but I'll do it for a small time. Cubes, not at this moment. If you have done cubes well earlier, Nawab, you should do. But otherwise, I would not do cubes at this moment. What I would do at this moment is I would actually DILR maybe we do Venn diagram, one tournament based set, three Venn diagram, four Venn diagrams kiya hai. Have you all done the four ka Venn diagram? Yes, Arthak, maybe for DILR you can take a sectional. Yes, Tejaswani, cat is unpredictable. And finally, cat is not about your own performance. It is about your performance with everybody else's performance. So that will also matter. If you've done the 4 ka Venn diagram, revise that. 3 ka Venn diagram, 4 ka Venn diagram. Okay, just revise that properly. I'll do a couple of those things tomorrow. Yeah. But very frankly, that is a difficult area, Dipti. I would not really want to get into that also. There is no such thing that one slot will have more algebra than other. All slots will have the same amount of time. I'll try and take up one question tomorrow of that. But remember, DILR strategy is the most important thing. If you go without strategy, that will have what will happen. Once you will get a 95 percentile and once you will get a 50 percentile. So never just do DILR just like that. Always keep your strategy in place. Whatever strategy you've learned up till now, tomorrow I'll discuss a little bit. Whatever strategy you have in place, keep that. Okay? Okay, good night for today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Thank you so much.